Tom Aspinall says he'd be interested in boxing Francis Ngannou.
Do you reckon you would ever go into boxing properly? Would you? Was it a route that you'd ever go down?
I'd never be a world champion. I wouldn't try and be a world champion. You need to dedicate your whole life, don't you?
Yeah, but you was good at boxing, though. Coming from an MMA background.
Yeah, but I spent my whole life doing MMA now, haven't I? For me to be like 33 and then think that I'm going to win a world title in boxing, it's unrealistic.
I don't know so much, you know, because with your speed is heavyweight. You got to think in boxing.
I reckon I could have a couple of like
warm-ups.
No, I reckon I could have a couple of like not freak show fights, but like big fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a big name or something.
It's that space, though, isn't it? Like all these fights. Look at Jake Paul and Joshua. He couldn't beat me.
No.
With a broken hand.
No.
So how are you going to go from me to fight somebody like him? It doesn't make any sense.
Who do you think Tom should fight if he was to box?
Jake Paul, do me.
Oh no.
Tom.
I wouldn't mind boxing an MMA fighter. Do you know what I mean? I think that'd be.
Ngannou would be a good fight, no?
Yeah, I think that'd be good. I like
that'd be a big fight, that.
Mate, I've got fights.
You walk him out, yeah?
100%. I mean, yeah.
Fights in the UFC to do first.
Yeah.
We've got them fights to do.
There's a lot of money to be earned. Because look at Mayweather and McGregor. Them two had it off.
Tim Welch believes Merab Dvalishvili may have fallen victim to fame, which could have played a role in his loss of the bantamweight title to Petr Yan. Welch explained that once you become champion, more opportunities outside of fighting start to appear. While Merab was focused on those opportunities, Welch says Yan was training as if it were the last fight of his life.
What did Merab do wrong, or was it just all what Petr was doing right?
I think it was a mixture of both. First of all, Petr left his family. He went off to a fight camp, left his kids, went and got dialed in on a fight camp. Once you defend the title 2, 3, 4 times, you start getting invited to every single party. You start getting invited to dinners where people pay you to have dinner with you, and you start having so much more opportunities for things. So I'm sure Merab's fight camp versus Sean at the Sphere looked a lot different than this fight camp with Petr, who he already 50-45. He didn't look quite as shredded, and then Petr Yan's training like it's his last fight of his life. Like looking back at it and watching Merab hold his forearm, that position that Merab gets in when he goes a high crotch and he gets around your waist, where he's able to usually cook at least 2 minutes of each round there. Merab was elbowing his forearm so hard, like boom, boom. And then you see Merab after some of the rounds holding it, and I think that might have messed Merab up.
Over the weekend, Brandon Royval was knocked out by Manel Kape in the first round. He released a statement on the loss to his Instagram. He wrote, "Thank you for all who checked up on me. Sad about the loss, but my health is okay, and live to fight another day." Manel Kape called for a title fight against Joshua Van after knocking out Brandon Royval, and Van has since responded.
He's scared already. He's scared. He know he's about to go down, you know? He know. He didn't say anything because he know I'm about to go down and I'm coming hard. 2026, I'm coming very hard, you know?
Joshua Van responded via X. He wrote, "Houston, Texas, at Manel Kape. Let's run it. Talk is cheap. At UFC." Daniel Cormier breaks down why Manel Kape now has a strong case to receive the next flyweight title shot over Tetsuro Taira.
Tetsuro Taira beat a former world champion. There is a lot of stock in that win. It is by far the best win of his entire career. But there were still, hey, maybe they stopped the fight early. Brandon Moreno looked up and goes, really? At the end of the fight, there were some reasons where you can go, well, maybe Brandon Moreno could have kept fighting. Nobody's saying that about Brandon Royval and Manel Kape after what we saw last night. It's just not true. It's just not true. Just not true. And Tetsuro Taira got beat by Royval a couple fights ago. So when you're building the resume, that's another thing that Kape and his team can say, hey, well, we just beat the guy that beat the guy. Why is it not my turn? I don't know. And honestly, Manel Kape and Joshua Van is a crazy fight because they're both tremendous strikers.
Paddy Pimblett had words for Colby Covington. Paddy doesn't buy the narrative that Colby's this nice guy behind the scenes.
Most people talk about and like the blag in front, they like that in front of camera. Like the worst and most biggest prime example is Colby Covington. You piece of shit. No one likes Colby Covington, lad. He's a proper bad helmet.
Yeah.
And he just talks shit. shit, and he puts on an act, and everyone I've spoke to says, oh, he's so nice behind the scenes, and I'm like, why is he a tit then?
Yeah, apparently he's president or something like that.
No, Trump doesn't even like him, like. Trump probably likes me more than him. I've won more fights in front of President Trump than he's won that. I have.
Paddy also discussed the idea of coaching the Ultimate Fighter with Ilia Topuria. He says they would need security 24/7.
Even like number 10, Rampage and Rashad, that one's a belter. I want to do a season of that where I'm the coach. I think that would be sick. Like a while ago, me and Moicano, the Brazilian fighter, were having a back and forth. I was saying me and him should do the Ultimate Fighter because he's funny and I'm funny, and it'd be a good season, but it just never ended up happening. You never know, we'll see what happens. I'd do one with Ilia, lad, but they'd have to have security there 24/7. Have to have security like that. You know, people going in and out of doors. Know what I mean?
Merab Dvalishvili is currently on vacation in Hawaii. He posted a video today showing himself removing the stitches from his nose.
Let's take out some stitches from here. Boom, easy. Boom, easy. Boom, easy. Boom, easy. That's it.
Ilia Topuria released a statement today saying he is temporarily stepping away from defending his title due to ongoing legal issues. Behind the scenes, Topuria is reportedly going through a difficult divorce with his wife. He claims he is now being blackmailed and extorted through false allegations of domestic abuse. Ilia posted this to his Instagram. It reads, "Over the past several weeks, I have made the difficult decision to temporarily step away from defending my title. This was not a decision I took lightly. However, when circumstances arise that threaten your personal integrity, your family, and your reputation, there comes a point when you must address them directly. In recent months, I have been subjected to severe and unacceptable pressure, including threats to disseminate false allegations of domestic abuse unless financial demands were met. These allegations are entirely unfounded. The truth is not a matter of opinion, it's a matter of evidence. All relevant evidence has been carefully preserved and documented, including audio recordings, written communications, witness statements, and video material. This evidence has been submitted to the appropriate judicial authorities in order to pursue legal action for attempted extortion, falsification of evidence, misappropriation of funds and personal property, and multiple threats. My initial decision to remain silent was made solely to protect my children, who are the most important part of my life. However, I have come to understand that silence under these circumstances does not protect the truth. It allows false narratives to take hold. Many individuals have faced similar situations, and time and again the legal system has ultimately clarified the facts. Today I am stepping forward not only for my family and myself, but also to demonstrate that no one should be forced to yield to intimidation, manipulation, or fear. Those who know me can attest that I have never engaged in violence of any kind, and that my life and career have always been guided by discipline, respect, and integrity. I have full confidence in the judicial process and will allow the legal system to determine the facts based on evidence. Out of respect for my children and the ongoing legal proceedings, I will not be making any further public statements. I respectfully ask that speculation be avoided and that my family's privacy be honored during this sensitive time. The truth does not require volume, it requires facts. Thank you." Ilia Topuria actually had some positive words for Paddy Pimblett. Recently, Paddy said that he hopes everything in Ilia's personal life goes well. Paddy said he's got a lot going on in his personal life. I wish him nothing but the best with it. That's nothing to do with me and him fighting. That's his family, and I hope everything goes well for him. All I care about is getting him in that octagon and fighting him. Anything in his personal life, I hope it goes well. But you never know. If he doesn't come back by June or July, then he might have to vacate his belt, and I'll become the undisputed champ without even fighting. Ilia responded to Paddy saying, "I always said he looked like someone who's a super entertaining guy who did a superb job. He had his slips with that tweet that he made about Georgia, but I think we all learn from our mistakes. But deep down I noticed that he is a person that understands family problems, respects it. Then what will happen in the octagon, which I think is something that really excites everyone and what everyone wants to see, because one thing has nothing to do with the other. My personal problems and my personal life. In the end, we are professionals. We are going to have a professional match. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for everyone. Bryce Mitchell had words for Ilia Topuria today after he released that statement. Bryce fought Ilia back in 2022 and lost via arm triangle choke in the second round. He posted this video to his Instagram. In the caption, he wrote, "Ilia the wife beater. I want a rematch. Coward."
Y'all remember when I fought Ilia and he won, and then afterwards he got a pair of overalls and was making fun of me because I run a farm and I run around in overalls, and he thought that was hilarious. Well, I got something for you. It's called the Wife Beater Special. That's right, I got my wife beater on for Ilia Topuria. That puts his hands on a woman. You know, I grew up without a dad. You know, never seen my dad, never will see my dad. And you know what? I'd rather not see my dad than have my dad there beating on my mom. Let me tell you something, what that'll get you killed around these parts, son. That shit ain't no joke. There ain't nothing funny about it, and I just had to let you know you're a straight up for that. And your brother's a too. I'll fight him. I'll beat his ass. You got lucky I was sick, or I'd have beat your ass. And look, you don't deserve to get to see your kids, son, because you put your hands on their mother. You're a coward. That's sickening. But anyways, bro, who am I to judge? I fall short of the glory of God too. Ilia, you need to repent, return to Jesus Christ, and if you repent, you won't rot in hell, bro. But you better really mean it, and you better really repent, and probably stop drinking too. You probably got a drinking problem, man. But return to Jesus Christ, you will be forgiven, and if not, you're gonna rot in hell, bro, because that's where women beaters go. And you know, one more thing for you, Ilia. Wives ain't like belts, okay? It ain't the more the merrier. You're supposed to have one man, one woman, to become one, okay? You're out running around working on your third wife now. Hell, you think they're championship belts and you're trying to get 3 or 4. You're an idiot, dude. You need to take notes from a guy like me. By the way, Arkansanity episode 6 is out right now. It's totally family friendly. You can watch episode 6 with your kids. I don't curse in it or anything like that. Or I don't curse a bunch. But anyways, y'all check it out. Thank you so much. God bless you.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Merab's video message to Piotr Jan yesterday of him in his jacuzzi with a couple of girls in the background. The first one's from Adeptus Santos. It says, Merab really got hurt by Jan's words and his fist. Dude had to hire OF trash. The second one's from Eric Reyes 42. It says, damn, Jan really has Merab out here acting like 2018 Colby Covington. And the final one's from Matthew Do 323. It says, all them girls were outside the jacuzzi though. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.